Hello, this is the Nixon Stinger 44 in silver and jade. A dive watch from surf brand Nixon. This is really nice. So we're just going to show you. I'm going to show you around it basically. I'll show you a little bit of the design features. Talk about what I know in terms of the spec. But essentially, I'm going to show you around it, and then you can see what you think. It's a handsome thing. One interesting little detail, just before I go any further, Nixon, that way around, and then upside down, knocks in. Just a stupid little detail I noticed. Right, so let's have a start with at the beginning with the dial front on. It's difficult to describe. So we have this beautiful jade colour to the dial, and it's got a slight sunken shape to it. It's like it's dished ever so slightly. So all of the hands pinned in the centre, obviously, and then it seems to has a feel like it dishes slightly out to the outer track, which is laid on top. So lovely white, slightly iridescent outer track minute, an hour track. And it's just really nicely designed. So for example, at 12, the minute track a little cut out to accommodate the indices there. The indices themselves are thick lumps of black framed lume. The lume is disappointing. I don't understand why everybody doesn't just use Super-Illuminator lume. This lume, I mean, you'd think it would glow well. It's so chunky, but it's a little feeble. But it's okay. The minute and the hour hand also have lume, but I don't know if you can quite make out. The colours don't quite match up. So the indices have a colour of lume to them with a slight tint of green yellow to it. The hands are just white. The second hand is fantastic. Look at that. Red dash with a lume-filled arrow ticking away, and the counterweight to the second hand is the Nixon logo. Really cool. The shadow is nice, isn't it? So up at 12, I'll stay zoomed in like this. Up at 12, Nixon. Down at 6, solar. Solar? Well, it's a solar-powered Miyota quartz movement. So it's quartz, it's just got a battery in there and it ticks like a quartz watch. You can hear it slightly, it's not very loud, but if you put it to your ear you can hear it ticking. But it's charged by the sun, solar powered. Really cool, that. Nice feature. I think I may have covered the dial. You're best off just looking at it, to be honest. There's not much point me describing it because I'm not great at it. Let's go outside now. So the crystal is just a hardened crystal. It's not sapphire, and it's flat-ish. It's very, very slight dome to it. The bezel is sloping up towards the crystal. There's a slight lip where it joins the crystal. The bezel's really nice. I don't think it is ceramic, but it tries its best to look it. I mean, it may well be. I can't think it is. Anyway, so the bezel, let's have a go with it. Little bit of... it looks like a pip up there, but there's nothing actually there. It's just painted. Oh, it's good. It's a good bezel. Very little back play. Hardly any lateral wobble to it. Really good. That's a great... Oh, and it's great to grip onto. Right, that's a winner. That bezel is great. Really, really good. Now, the way it fits into the case is a bit odd. Now, I'll show you what I mean. It doesn't seem to be quite even. So the way it overlaps here, the case and the bezel are totally flush with each other here, and then the case goes further than the bezel, and then it comes back. Do you see what I mean? Here the case is significantly further out than the bezel. that kind of bugs me. It's not the same shape. The bezel and the case don't have the same curve. That's a slight what? OCD annoyance. At first glance though, it's a beautiful thing, isn't it? And that jade green is lush. On the crown is on the left, has these rather odd crown guards, but the crown is great, and it's got the logo on it, the Nixon logo, which is indented, is that the word? And filled with a little bit of paint. It's a really handsome crown. It's not screw down, so just pull it out to the foot. There's only one click. Set the date, set the time, I mean. There's no date. Let's pop it to, let's say it's 8:10. There we go. So it was hacking, did you notice? So the second hand stops, so that's good. It's on the left, though, the crown. So I'm right-handed. I wear my watches on my left wrist. So if I pop that on there, it's quite good, isn't it? Because then the crown's not digging into my my hand. But you can see I've got a little bit of tough skin from all of the crowns that have dug into my hand. So I don't mind them being there. I also actually prefer it being there because I can't change. If I need to change the time, I have to take the watch off. That's not a bad thing necessarily. You are meant to remove your watch to change to adjust the crown, because if you leave it on, you run the risk of bending the crown or whatever. But on the left, I'm not convinced. However, it looks cool, looks unusual, and it looks beautiful. Has some wonderful features. Some wonderful design features, I should say. Feature-wise, it's very simple. It's just a watch. Although the solar aspect is excellent. So apparently you charge it in the sun or a light source, and the battery will stay charged for 4 months. That's pretty good going. Pop it back in the sun to charge it up again, and it'll just keep going until, I don't know, how soon do you need to replace batteries on this sort of thing. I'm just rotating it in front of your eyes to show you. There's an element of 3D-ness to all of to the dial. Right, let's keep going with the case. So the case has quite sharp edges to it, and the sides of the case are brushed. Vertical brushing, which is really attractive, very nicely done. The lugs are relatively traditional, swoop down to this bracelet. Now it's a nice bracelet. What would you call that? Is that an engineer's bracelet? I don't know. Now it looks great. I'm not massively keen on the straight ends. I like a fitted end lug on those, but that's okay. And they're quick release. So you've got these little buttons there to quick release the bracelet. That's cool. Now it all looks nice, and the clasp is great. So you've got the nice branding on there. Plenty of adjustment in the box. So this is already big enough to fit my wrist, 7.5 inches. There's 4 or 5 extra links in the box, so you could have you could put it over your wetsuit. What's the water resistance on it? It doesn't say. Does it say? Oh, it does say on the back, 100 meters. So let's just talk briefly about the back. Nixon, last call, the Stinger 44, 100 meter stainless steel, Japanese solar movement, 23L. Don't know what that refers to. So nice simple case back. 44, so the Stinger 44, it's referring to the dimensions of the dial, which is, not the dial, the watch, 44 millimeters across. So a big watch. Right, I'll put it on and you can see what you think. So 44 millimeters, my wrist is 7.5 inch. And it looks big, but so it should. It's a big watch and it looks great. Feels comfortable. Now, the bracelet, it's been a long time since I've worn a bracelet that's pinched my hairs. This one pinches your hairs, little bugger. That's okay. Once, if you've ever experienced that, they settle down, don't they? They pinch out the hairs that they need to pinch out, and then it settles down. The rest of it is good. The inside bit of the clasp is a strange sort of bead blasted affair, The rest of it is not normal, sort of shiny. It closes well. It's got a double clasp, keep it nice and secure when you're in the waves. Although this bit's secure, this bit here with the quick release not quite so secure. You could very easily lose the watch if you were going in the waves. I would probably put this on a NATO strap if I were going anywhere near the water. But I'm not sure I would. Oh, I keep getting confused because I put the crown at the right, but that's upside down. I don't think I would go through anywhere particularly gnarly with the water because there's no screw down crown. It's only 100-meter water resistance. Maybe just splashing in the shallows of the ocean would suit it. What do you think? What are your thoughts on this? The Nixon Stinger 44. It's handsome, isn't it? It's not too expensive. It was, how much was this? 200 odd euros. I'm just having a look at my receipt. 250 odd euros. That's quite a bit of money. But you get the solar powered Miyota movement, which is awesome. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. It's not up there with a Seiko dive watch by any means, but you don't quite get these sort of trendy design features on a Seiko. Anyway, I'm just waffling on. These are personal opinions. Click like if you like this video. I'd really appreciate that. A subscribe would be even better. Comment. I would really appreciate your comments, your thoughts on this. Keep it kind. But what do you reckon? Nixon Stinger 44. It's weird, isn't it? It's nice though. Would make a really nice daily user, I reckon, if you live somewhere sunny. Looks great on the wrist. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a look around my channel. I do other watches. I also do knives and EDC stuff. So have a look around, see if there's anything on my channel that takes your fancy, and watch it. Right, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you soon.